Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Nigel Schroeter, aka the Credit Sensei, and today I'm here to bring you guys yet again another video on how you can build your credit score. But today we're specifically going to be talking about building your credit score fast or quickly. And can you do it? How do you do it? And what do you need to do to build your credit score quickly? So, first tip, how can I build my credit score fast? The first thing that you need to know about building your credit score fast, and what's going to be my first tip for building your credit score fast, is that you can do it, but you need to be weary of methods that are unethical for quickly building your credit score. Because just as quickly as you can build a credit score, you can destroy a credit score. And why do you need to build it so quickly? All right. So one thing about today in society is a lot of us want instant gratification, right? We like watching TikToks, we like watching shorts, we like quick, sweet videos that get us straight to the point where we don't have to put in too much effort and time and energy because we realize that our time is an asset. So we can say, hey, hold up. Why do we need this instant gratification about our finances or about our credit? Why can't we just take a moment, slow it down, and think about a method that we can use that's going to build it more effectively? But sometimes you're in a case where maybe you're trying to purchase a home, or you have something going on that may be an emergency, it may be drastic, and you need that credit score now. So what can you do? There's both ethical and unethical ways to build your credit score quickly. One thing I'm going to tell you guys to do is avoid the unethical ways. Please don't go and find your friend that has a used car dealership and have them, put fake trade lines on your credit report and things like that, because that can be both an issue for you as well as that person. That trade line can be removed. That person can lose their ability to report to the credit bureaus. There's just so many things that can go wrong in that. So that's why I go right back to tip number one. Please make sure that you're building your credit score ethically and that you know your why you want to build it quickly. Now, let's get into some real legitimate ways that you can build your credit score quickly. Now, one of the quick ways that you can build your credit score, and it's been one of the biggest ones for a long time, is authorized user trade lines. Now, as you may know, authorized user trade lines have started to kind of phase out in these last few years, and there's even certain models that will ultimately completely take authorized user trade lines out of your credit score in order to create a credit score for you and in order to determine where they are going to place you on the creditworthiness market. Reason being, of course, an authorized user trade line is not your actual primary account. So if they want to know your credit worthiness, why would they judge your credit worthiness based off of someone else who has an account open, who is not even technically co-signing for you, but they're just allowing you usage of the account? And as we all know today, there's services for that where they may not even be allowing you usage of the account, just because they've had so many different issues with authorized users. There's a lot of banks that do not acknowledge them. Now, moving forward into some other ways, you can always use a service that reports things to the credit bureaus that aren't typically reported, such as rent reporters. Now, rent reporters can be used to give you a aged trade line. If you have someone who owns a property, who has a written lease agreement with you, report that you are paying them rent, and then they can report you for on-time payments or delinquent payments and all those different things. Now, the issue with rent reporters is if you have missed a rent payment, this could potentially put a negative payment on your credit report, just as well as this could potentially raise your debt to income ratio to a point where it can cause you harm that way. So it's extremely important that you realize that just as well as all of these quick methods can potentially help you and aid you, they also have the potential to cause you harm in the long run. Now, yes, you can go back and report months. You can get an age trade line. Yes, you can report however much you're paying for rent and all those great things, but it does come with a cost as well as other potential side effects for your credit report, such as the high debt to income ratio and potentially missed payments. Now, my next tip is going to be utilizing secured credit. Now, here's the thing with secured credit. Secured credit is great, and it would probably be one of the best options that you would have in this scenario. Say you're new to credit or you're rebuilding your credit and you want to try to do it as quickly as possible. However, remember that credit inquiries do affect your credit score. So if you're going the secured credit route, you may want to try to find some secured products that do not pull your credit report to get them, or you may want to apply for less secured products. Maybe apply for 1, 2, or 3 at a maximum. You wouldn't want to go out and apply for, 20 secured accounts if you're trying to get to funding quickly. Because what I've noticed with this is you have people who, they have the money, but they don't have the credit score. So they try to go and get secured accounts. And when they try to go and get secured accounts, what ends up happening is they go and apply for a bunch of them. Some of them deny them. Some of them may take them, but then you have all these inquiries on your credit report, and it makes it hard to get funding quickly. So sometimes less is more when it comes to secured accounts, just as well as it can bring down your credit age if you do already have some credit age. And my last tip is please avoid paying for consumer finance accounts and just primary accounts in general. Typically, paid primary accounts are already flagged by the credit bureaus and flagged by credit issuers. So when they see them, they put a negative mark on your credit report, and it takes until the credit bureau either completely removes that company's data from their system or the 7 years from when you close that account out to get that account off of your report, and that negative mark will always show there until one of the two happens. So please make sure that you're conscious of that when you go for any of those accounts that have, paid primaries, where you pay and you get an account reporting to your credit report. Just please be wary of that and always think about that when you go for one of those accounts. But as always, my name is Nigel MrSchroeter. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for staying tuned. Thank you guys for being a part of the family. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share these videos out with anyone else that you think would benefit from this content. And we'll see you guys in the next one.